Even the positive reviews are all negative comments, so I'll even it out for you guys who are too scared. Starfield is Bethesda's downfall.
This video contains small spoilers.
I am glad we have a moment.
And so you arise, one of the promised of House Varun.
Finding myself in Dasra has been overwhelming.
Through
After
strength and
everything that we have been.
Is it really the start of Bethesda's downfall? Nah, I don't think so, but it's a wake-up call for Bethesda to get their act together. Starfield's new DLC Shattered Space just released, and the reviews from the Steam community or critics not going in favor of the game. As of making this video, the game is rated mostly negative on Steam, and in Metacritic's, currently it's mixed. So what went wrong with this $30 DLC? Let's find out through some top-rated reviews. This is one of the most helpful negative reviews so far. And like many, he is also a Bethesda believer who expected so many things but got nothing.
$30 buys a lot of game. Phantom Liberty was $30. That added over 50 hours of game and revamped a masterpiece. This is not worth $30. This was 10 hours of lazily written story with very little else. There is little to no change to the base game. There are no new additions to existing mechanics. No ship parts, 3 reskinned weapons, and half a dozen new locations. That's it. This was worth about $10. I got it because I wanted to believe in BGS, that they would listen to all the feedback and deliver something good, with an actually good questline and new mechanics, like Dawn Guard or the Shivering Isles. They didn't. And I don't think they ever will. Time to set Bethesda to ignore, I think.
Just look at this clip from Reddit. It's unfathomable that this game is made by a $10 billion behemoth like Bethesda.
Vindicator, 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 Vindicator.
Vindicator, 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 Vindicator.
At this point to major game publishers, gamers are consumer, bug tester, bug fixer, quality checker, and many more, all in one package. Gamers want to enjoy a game that they paid for. Is it way too much to ask? Here's the most top-rated review on Steam, both in positive and negative section.
For $30, you get 1 handcrafted planet, 5 to 6 hours of gameplay, 3 new weapons, 3 or so new armor sets, 0 new companions, 0 new gameplay features, 0 new ship parts, over 100 more loading screens. It's no wonder they marketed this the way they did, focusing only on the narrative and world space. Outside of that, there is almost 0 new content. If you stack this up against any of Bethesda's prior DLC, this is by far the worst value for your money. The fact that they have the audacity to charge the same price for this as Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty blows me away. Do not buy this DLC.
Roger that, Captain, I won't. Not gonna lie, I was locked in when Bethesda dropped the trailer for Shattered Space. Was about to pre-order the DLC because I enjoyed the base game. Yes, I enjoyed Starfield. Because of my love for Fallout, I pre-ordered the game by paying $80. You can ridicule me for that in the comment section as much as you can. I thought it's Fallout on space, and for some extent it is. And also at that time I was burnt out of fast-paced FPS shooters, and I wanted to experience something laid-back type game. But that doesn't mean I was not critical, but I thought it's Bethesda and somehow they're gonna fix the game in future updates. But damn, I was wrong. Just look at this. All these bugs still didn't get ironed out even after a year.
Did you find the...
Think you might need to work on those priorities a bit.
I'm sorry if my straightforwardness offends you.
You'll be dealing with high-level executives, and second, you'll be in the Astra Lounge here in Neon. Discretion and the trade tower in Neon don't exactly go hand in hand.
Now let's take a look at the most helpful positive review, but the funny thing is, as the review progresses, it turned into a negative. The review is way too long, so I trimmed it down and kept the best part.
Unfortunately, many of the reviews here are not related to the DLC. I will give my take on Shattered Space, not Starfield. The good, the new story is probably the most compelling of any arc from the main game. The environments look good and littered with enjoyable little Easter eggs that you often find in Bethesda titles. I have found myself running around the world and actually engaged in a way that I haven't yet with Starfield. Andrea is my favorite companion, so being able to join this faction and explore her home world has been something I was eagerly anticipating. The backstory of House Varun has been very interesting. The introduction of multiple sub-factions within House Varuna make it easily the most fleshed out faction in the game, and I'm hoping that as the DLC progresses, we will get to see more of this interplay. The bad? It's absolutely inexcusable how little Andrea has talked. Outside of a few random moments where she comments on a symbol or the city, there is very little here. None of the NPCs in conversation have directly addressed her. They merely refer to her as my companion or escort, despite her growing up on this planet and quite possibly knowing some of these people. While the world building has been good, I often get the sense that I am talking to just another skin of the same faction. This is a faction that has been separated from the rest of humanity for centuries, and yet they look, talk, and act the exact same. Sure, their motivation differ due to their religion, but I haven't felt much of a distinction. I think this may in large part be due to the fact that, in order to get us to the game, they didn't spend a lot of time trying to have us convince House Va'ruun to accept us. It felt forced and took me out. Overall, I'm still positive on this DLC, albeit in a wait-for-sale kind of way.
The positive review basically proved the point of the negative reviews. How much Bethesda was lazy with this DLC update and charged $30 for it. Now let's take a look at some of the funniest reviews on Steam. Just don't get offended by them.
It all started with horse armor.
No animated sex scene with my wife Andrea. What did I pay these people for? Bethesda has gone woke.
I forgot I bought this in the pre-order. Huh. Ever get annoyed at your past self for hating you?
The story's boring as fuck. Would recommend if you have insomnia and need to work the next day.
So what do you guys think? Can Bethesda make Starfield a better experience in future? Or this is the start of the end for them? I think only Bethesda can pull this off, because at this point they made it their habit of releasing uncooked games and later fix it with updates to make it a memorable experience. But we should start raising our voice like this reviews, because game publishers don't have the rights to charge heavy price for an unfinished product. If you watched it this far, then be sure to drop a like. It helps a lot. Be sure to check out my other videos, you're gonna like them. Till then, take care. I'll see you in the next one.